you know, Crawford and Canelo. I'm pretty sure.
Shakur and Tank?
Yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope. But if Tank was not so cocky to be on a Terence Crawford undercard, that would be dope. But I don't see Tank taking a backseat to no fighter.
Here's what happened. Terence Crawford spoke during an exclusive interview with The Ring and made his stance completely clear. He confirmed that he is expected to headline the Riyadh season mega event on September 13th against Canelo Alvarez, but also said he wants the entire card stacked with major fights. Crawford mentioned that a long-awaited showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis would be the perfect fight to add to the event, saying it would bring huge excitement, although he also questioned whether Tank would be willing to fight on his undercard. He made it clear there was no disrespect involved, but still strongly backed Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, calling them the top two fighters in the division without hesitation. In Crawford's view, both deserve a massive spotlight on one of boxing's biggest stages.
Hey, buddy Shakur, just one question. How did Keyshawn look, man?
Ready for whoever comes next, man. That boy ready. He been ready. Actually, you know what I mean? Just given the opportunity, that's all it is.
You got two little brothers that is closing on Tank. You know, one of them gonna get him.
One of them gonna get him. Yeah. It's gonna be a great night of boxing when they do.
However, many people see the idea of Tank fighting underneath another main event as unrealistic, and Crawford's comments quickly brought more attention to the tension between Gervonta Davis and Terence Crawford, a rivalry that has been building since 2023 when Tank publicly backed Errol Spence Jr. and took personal shots involving Crawford's wife.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
I got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that, dude.
Why though?
I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's just
like not your cup of tea. That's what.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
but like his core personality and his ways.
Now Terence Crawford is making it clear that he respects the sport enough to give Shakur Stevenson his moment in the spotlight, while implying that Gervonta Davis would rather keep all the attention on himself. Those comments immediately sparked debate across the boxing world, with fans, media personalities, and content creators all waiting to see how Tank would respond.
I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other. Let's see who come out.
And Gervonta Davis didn't wait long to fire back. He quickly responded on social media with a message that was short, direct, and packed with the confidence fans have come to expect from him. Tank made it clear that he doesn't stand behind any other fighter and questioned why Terence Crawford thinks he has the authority to decide how such a major event should be organized. He emphasized that throughout his career he has never played second to anyone, and even on a massive card headlined by Canelo Alvarez. He ended his response with a strong reminder to Crawford and the boxing world that he is still one of the sport's biggest attractions.
People, what I got from that is he's a hater. If you don't know me as a person, say you don't like me, like you don't know me, like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Everybody in the team, I mean, what?
Tank, for your proud father.
What really caught attention was that Tank didn't rely only on confidence. He backed it up with his record. Gervonta Davis reminded everyone that he remains undefeated and has built his reputation on ending fights with one explosive shot, while Terence Crawford continued talking about undercard positions. The boxing world instantly reacted. Clips of Tank's response spread rapidly across TikTok, Instagram, and X, and fans quickly started pushing for a Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson showdown to headline the entire event.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow, man. Monte said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147.
Ooh, see, oh man.
You're going to have a pre camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Let's look at what's really going on here on the surface. It may seem like two elite fighters simply exchanging words, but there's clearly more behind it. This situation is about image legacy, and who truly controls the spotlight. Terence Crawford is focused on the massive 2025 Riyadh event, where he is expected to face Canelo Alvarez, and with a stage that huge, he wants the rest of the card stacked with major fights that match the occasion. From Crawford's perspective, a matchup involving Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis would fit perfectly into that vision.
Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who might be
saying his name
afraid?
for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of something, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only winning basketball and football. That shit.
Then there's the image side of everything. Terence Crawford has built his reputation as a calm, calculated, and highly dangerous fighter, while Gervonta Davis brings a far more explosive, flashy, and attention-grabbing presence, and that contrast adds even more tension to the situation. Crawford seems to view Tank's confidence as predictable, while Tank appears to see Crawford's quiet personality as either doubt or a hidden challenge underneath it. All this is really about status positioning and control of the spotlight. When Crawford suggested that Tank would never agree to fight on an undercard, many saw it as a direct challenge to his pride, and Tank's response showed more than just confidence. It also reflected the experience, business awareness, and image he has carefully built throughout his career.
Early in the game, what do you want your legacy to be when it comes to this game, man?
Beat the system.
That's system. It. What's the system of boxing?
Beat the system of boxing, life. Just beat the system. Be able to spread my wings and had my people next to me spread their wings. That's it. I ain't really got no big goal of this sports and all that. I just want to get my money and just remove myself.
But if we're being honest, Gervonta Davis hasn't looked quite the same since the controversial majority draw with Lamont Roach Jr. back in March. That result left fans divided, confused analysts, and raised serious questions about where Tank currently stands. Since that fight, many people feel his sharpness, focus, and hunger haven't looked as strong as before, and instead of immediately settling the debate with a rematch, critics believe he chose to move in a different direction rather than run it back with Roach right away.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute.
Clearly in there, man. I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate True Boxing Media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance.
Instead, Tank has turned attention toward a possible fight with Jake Paul, and that decision has left a lot of people confused. Many fans see it less as a serious boxing matchup and more like social media entertainment. Inside a ring, a Tank versus Jake fight would likely be viewed as a massive money-driven event focused on pay-per-view numbers, viral clips, and promotion rather than titles, rankings, or real competitive stakes. And what makes it even more surprising is that both sides seem interested in making the fight happen.
Just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down.
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit?
So at this stage, many people feel the focus has shifted away from building a true boxing legacy and more toward chasing money and attention. Jake Paul has always embraced the entertainment side of the sport, but seeing Gervonta Davis move in that direction carries a different impact because at one point, he looked like the future face of boxing, and now some fans feel that image is slowly fading, adding to the concerns. Davis has openly spoken several times about possibly retiring, and in recent interviews he admitted that his passion for boxing is no longer as strong as it once was.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. I know I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you
He appears visibly drained and not operating at the same intensity as before. Several boxing analysts and former fighters have also picked up on it. They point to changes in his body language, his energy levels, and a sense that he seems mentally elsewhere. Some interpret it as possible burnout or emotional fatigue, while others describe it as a fighter who may not be fully locked in anymore. Whatever the reason, many believe it's becoming increasingly clear that his complete focus is no longer centered on boxing.
Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, that they call Pacquiao, something sort, and he's looking like, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is staying there. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that.
And if he truly wants to retire, that's ultimately his decision. Every fighter reaches a point where they step away on their own terms, but if he stays in the sport just to chase big paydays against YouTubers while avoiding top-level competition, then that becomes a real concern, because that isn't the version of Tank Davis fans were originally promised. Boxing deserves better, the fans expect better, and in many ways, he himself deserves better too. Stepping back from the personal side of it, this situation also reflects a wider shift in boxing where personality and branding often matter as much as skill. Fighters have become full-scale brands, and fight cards are now built like stories designed for maximum attention. Promoters focus on matchups that are marketable, exciting, and financially strong, knowing that the right names together can drive huge global interest and revenue.
like people selling that stuff, like, you know, even the picture where everybody was in the room, that shit look like the devil's facts though. Like, yeah. Shit like some devil shit, like they sold that soul.
Yeah, you go with that.
That was crazy. And you seen how the guy was, he looked at the scorecard. Yeah, he looked at the 2 points. You lose it 2 points. 2 point out. Come on, man. You want to get Tank over here and fight? Man, I already know what y'all gonna do. Yeah. But every time I say something.
So building a card led by Terence Crawford that includes a high-profile fight like Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis makes sense from a storytelling and entertainment angle. Both fighters bring speed, skill, and excitement, but Tank's personal brand is built around being a main attraction, so the question becomes, if he's not headlining, is it even worth his involvement? This whole situation highlights something many boxing fans already see happening. The sport is often driven by the biggest names and strongest promotion rather than strictly the most competitive or sport-focused matchups and what's best for boxing as a whole.
What about Crawford do you think can bridge the weight gap, or like with you, what did bridge the weight gap? Because a lot of people are just saying, hey, Canelo's just too big for someone like Terence.
That's true. But you know what? There's always a way. There's always a way. There's always a way to win.
And when Terence Crawford calls Tank hockey, it highlights the clash between ego and the sport itself. What makes it even more interesting is that the Crawford vs. Canelo mega event is being pushed on a massive global stage, with Turkey Alashik playing a major role in promoting it and turning boxing into a worldwide entertainment spectacle.
I hate Tom and Jerry's kinds of boxing. We will not have him anymore. This is the first things. The second, we will have in this fight and the next fight bonus for KO. I don't want to force to be having ring 12 by 12.
He has been investing massive amounts of money and bringing top fighters together under high-profile Saudi boxing events, and in many ways he is reshaping how the sport operates at the highest level, but not everyone agrees with his approach. Gervonta Davis, in particular, does not seem impressed.
Go back to the beginning of last year, my Tank Davis, fresh out of jail.
Yup.
Throwing hands in Frank Martin's face.
I'm gonna break you up. I'm telling you.
Like, yeah, man, 7 more fights.
Got the internet excited when you say, yo, 6, 7 more fights and I'm naming names.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Then he got to beefing with Turkey.
David, he said to me, send to me 2 Ferrari to play in Saudi Arabia.
You don't play boxing.
We will send to you 2 gloves if you want to play in Saudi Arabia. That's it.
I ain't gotta go over there.
Right.
What they making over there, I'm making here. All of a sudden, all the fighters he need to make big fights don't want to fight.
He was very close to fighting Lomachenko, and then Lomachenko pulled out. Shakur didn't want to do a one-fight deal to fight Tank.
You said who? Tank. No, dangerous. Who that? And by the end of the year, he ain't getting no fights and he's fighting Lamar Roach. After next year.
Tank has openly expressed that he does not support Turkey Alashik and has made his position clear both in private conversations and through pointed social media posts. Davis sees him as someone who treats fighters like pieces in a billionaire's chess game, and Tank has made it clear he has no interest in being controlled or positioned as anyone's pawn.
Davis a couple of days ago saying on Twitter that now he wants to maybe work with you.
I don't have a problem with him or any fighters.
Yeah.
If he respects what we are doing to the boxing, I don't have any problem. And if he wants the green light from Heyman, we work with Heyman now.
Correct.
In each card, we have 1 or 2 fights with him. It depends about him. If he wants to enjoy the fast train for the glory, he know where he can search.
Yeah.
And of course, I like and I respect the loyalty for his partner Heyman. Of course, this is something make him, in my eyes, big, and I respect it because the loyalty is important in the life. And he's good fighter. He's good fighter, but he need to understand that what we are doing is important for boxing. We work with who respect us, and we have a tough fight. We don't have normal fight.